from Balloon Utopia, Mark It with Balloons, and DIY Balloon Art. Today we're going to make kind of a fun little character based around one of these giant foil numbers. So, you know, when you're doing, for kids' birthdays, the number, the age is so important, right? And we want to get that number into everything because they're proud of it, and especially first birthday, which the kid probably doesn't care that much, but everybody else does. But not just, you can do this with any number. So we just use the number 1 because that's what I happen to have in stock. So anyways, this is a super cute little thing. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start out down here. You see we've got a foil balloon number 1. We've got a foil smiley face head. Yeah, smiley face head. And so basically we're going to kind of make it like, you know, the number 1 is like the little guy. Okay, and so we start out with a quad of balloons, and these are about 8 inches, 8.5 inches or so. And we have another quad of balloons that's probably about 6.5 inches. And we're just going to twist those 2 quads together to make our base. Okay, so now we have our little pocket there for our water weight. So here we have our water weight. It's a double stuffed 11-inch balloon that is just, you know, we put the water in until this one's a little bit big actually because we wanted it to be a little bit heavy, even maybe a little bit wobbly for the fun of it. But until it just barely bowls out, right? You don't want to inflate it to full size. You just want it to barely bowl out because that way it's very strong with the double stuffing. And even if the kids play with it, they're not going to be able to do too much damage. Okay, and then we've got 2 quads of 5-inch balloons that are sized about 4 inches. And 1 more quad of balloons that's sized to about 6 inches. All right, so we're going to take our number 1 balloon. There we go. Haha, there we go, yes. Our number 1 balloon. And I'm just going to tie a 260 to it here. Now, we want to be careful because there's the valve right there. So really, we want to kind of try to tie it right here so it's actually under the valve part. So this is a little bit tricky. And sometimes what you may even want to do is you may even want to just tape the valve down and use some clear packing tape and then tape the 260 onto it instead. We'll go ahead and try it this way, and if it becomes an issue, then we'll do it the other way. But if you have these really short ones, I recommend probably just using the tape. And you know, basically what you're going to do is you would tape the 260 down like this, and then just put clear packing tape over it in a little crisscross, and then you could tie onto it. So that would be a little bit easier. But then we're going to tie, and we just need a tiny little piece of it, and we're going to tie the 260 to the water weight so that we have a little bit of stretch, just like that. And this part here we don't actually need. Anyhow, so now what we're going to do is we're going to very gently stretch this and just place it in there. Just like so, okay? So now we have our 1 standing up, okay? So you see it's pretty stable now. All right, so now we want to take our head balloon here. Hey, come back here. All right, and we want to put a little 260 on this one, just like so. And actually, you could do without the 260. You could just tie it in, but I find it's always easier just to use a 260 for it. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're tying it into this like kind of neck quad. And you could do this in a different color. It doesn't have to be the same color. You know, so it's like a collar. And there we go. So now we have this kind of little shape like this. All right. So now you want to decide, like, do you want it to be off center like that? Do you want it to be right on top? Do you want it to be like that? There's no right or wrong necessarily because whatever you do, it just kind of gives it character. So I think I'm actually going to maybe put it like right there. I'm going to cut off these pieces. Now this is one that does require some glue or sticky tabs. So I like to use these square sticky tabs. They're by Oasis. They're called U-Glue Dashes. So this is my favorite thing because they pretty much stick to everything. So what we're going to do is we want to put it, kind of figure out first of all where is it going to make contact, and then just kind of glue it down. just put one here and then peel it off. Okay, and then we'll put one over here. Hey, stay. Just like that. And these things are pretty strong. If you're in hot weather, if it's really cold, then you might have issues. But I'm from Southern California. I don't know much from really cold. So you might want to ask somebody who lives in a colder climate than I do. All right. You know, being from Southern California, if it gets down into the 60s, we bitterly complain. That's just unacceptable weather. Alrighty, so we got this. And I want to kind of adjust this a little bit. Good. And sometimes you might have to like press it down or just make sure that you're getting it where it's connecting to the balloon. Okay, just like that. Stay. All right, and now we're going to take our little sleeves and stay. Good boy. Okay, so I'm going to make just a little bubble, just like this, and I'm just going to wrap it into this quad here. That's just to make kind of an easy, secure connection. And this is probably kind of long for an arm, so I'm probably going to go back here like this. And then I'm going to make that into just a loop. Just like that. I'm just going to make it easy. See? So maybe I might put this here or like over here. I don't know. What do you think? Should we put it here? There? Find the first one here. Put there. That's kind of cute right there. What do you think? Good there? Yeah. I like that. It's always weird when you're doing it backwards like this. I'm used to being on the other side of it, but I don't want to have my back to you the whole time, so you know. And you don't need to bother cutting that off because it's going to be hidden anyway. Let's see. Come on, Mr. Sticky Guy. All right. There we go. And now we're going to do the same thing with our other one. Stay. Just like that. Twist it in. Give it a little bend. Let's see. We want them to be basically the same size if at all possible. So kind of measure it here. That's not right. I think right there. I'm just kind of like, whee! He's waving at you. Yeah. So you want to have fun with it, you know, play with it until you get it to something fun instead of just, you know, sticking straight out. Hey, those are camera shy. Okay, and just for a little bit of extra fun, we'll put like a little hat on his head, give it just a little bit of extra character there. And of course, let's cut off the nozzle here, just to make it nice and tidy. And on this one, I'm actually going to put a little bit extra sticky, just in case. All right, that there. And maybe another one right there. So that's the trick, is you kind of got to see where it connects before you put the sticky tab on. So there you go. And you know, I mean, obviously, depending on the number, the shape might be different. And how you would do it might be a little bit different. Let's see. It's going to put it there like, yeah, jazz hands. So there you go. We have a fun and cute little birthday number. Like, what party would this not dress up? You can do it in any colors. You can do it any way that you want. So there you go. If you like this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, just move on. You don't have to do anything. But give me a thumbs up, let me know, show me some love. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do a video every single week. So also, in the comments, let me know, what else do you want to learn? What do you want me to show you? What do you want me to put in my next book? And of course, feel free to share with your friends as well. So, there you go. Now go forth and balloonify!